So awesome! I was just looking over here at your comments, reading them. I have two computers set up, which is awesome because that was also needed. Uh, Here you can see the
Oh,
launcher of the game. That's something we chose to do is do a launcher. Why did we choose to do a launcher? Because we think that today in gaming, when people are not gaming, they want to be able to go on Skype, want to be able to go do stuff, other stuff, than being in a full screen menu, using the web browser while they're waiting for their friends. So we think it's really important to have a
let's
launcher
go
in
through
multiplayer
each tab
games.
and
So
explain
that's
it.
why it's window mode. It's supposed to be window mode when you start it up. If you wondered, uh, that was a design decision. So let's go and have a look at the Armory first. So you click on the Armory, and here is your custom contracts. Let's change the character you can choose here. So that let's select the commander, and there's different kind of classes for commanders. They have a different way of fighting. And here we can choose one of the DLC characters.
Yeah,
Can you,
okay, I can
can you go
I
in
can
and
choose it but not play with it right now
yeah, we'll
because
just choose it.
I have
And
it the hex
here we
way.
go. So and then we'll choose what kind of weapons we want to have, and what kind of skin we want to have for that character. And so now Stefan is choosing what kind of weapons this character will have. And all of these are unlocked through play. So you will unlock them by getting score in game for games, and then you will buy them in the in-game store. And then you can choose armor. Just go through, just choose some different stuff to show. That's a D-shell armor. You can
Yeah,
see
let's
he
show
hasn't
them the unlock
unlocked
thing.
the different other armors.
So
And to the right of that, so he will choose.
I have the
show.
D-shell armor right
Okay,
now,
cool.
but I could show
So
him.
let's unlock this
Yeah.
new battle ball armor. You see,
So you
click
press
on
unlock and then
he
you
gets to the in-game shop, and here he can buy it if he has the in-game resources and the level. Back to the contract, and now he chooses a different armor. We'll give him some better stats. So you have that, you have some gear, and then if you go down to the bottom bars,
the units.
yeah, exactly. Those are your units or your abilities. You have 6 slots where you can choose different different bots or different machines to fight for you, and you can choose in any combination that you want. And you can also choose in what kind of weapons those are going to have, or what kind of extra armor or abilities they're going to have. So he chooses maybe this spearhead guy, and he chooses what kind of abilities they have. And so down, and you can also show them where the currency is, which can be a little bit hard to find. It's down in the corner. He has a very much money. Stefan down, and he's there. Yeah, right there. That's the in-game currency that you get from winning the games. And then you can just go around and buy. Go into the shop to just show them the shop, and in the shop, you can go in and you can find different weapons and types. And the reason why we wanted to do a shop was instead of just normal unlock mechanics, is because instead of just giving you this is what you're gonna get in every level, we wanted you to be able to choose a little bit, but still not like get everything at once. So you have something to fight for. So it's like, now I have this new unit and it's really cool, and I can do this new combinations, new really cool stuff.
Can we expect a Steam and Linux? Can we see OS, iOS, and Linux?
When it's we just got the question: can we expect to see an OS X and Linux release? Linux definitely not in the right now, but OS X maybe. I'll say we won't give any final statements, but it might turn up because might or might not be working on that. It's pretty easy to say. So, do you guys have any more other questions about the shop, or are we gonna go back into the game?
We
to
should
show you some more
maybe
about
show
the game?
them challenges, the different ones. So, yeah, cool. As you can see, the challenges are like achievements, and most of them are linked to Steam achievements as well. So, as you can see, assault ones, you get them by playing the assault character.
So we blatantly got the idea from Modern Warfare having really, really cool challenges, so you have something to look forward to while playing a lot of this game. And so yeah, it's just basically challenges that you can go in, have a look, what you have to achieve something, and you'll get a reward. Sometimes you will get maybe one of your armor sets will get better, or you will get
Yeah.
some really, really cool stuff like better hashtags or better what do you call them, like banners for your name and
And
tag.
that's something really cool. That if you play with a weapon a lot, it will get better.
So let's go back into the game. People are asking what game is this in the chat. So that's Starvoid. It's a game that is released from Paradox and Seal Game Studios today. It's out on Steam, and we're showing a live presentation of the game. Let's jump into the main mode, Battle, and we will have a new look at what's happening. So we're trying to find refresh. It's really hard because our internet is really strained by the streaming. We're trying to get in again to show you guys the game. I'll just have a look at some of the questions while we're refreshing and hopefully get in.
Huh?
So some of the question: how does the matchmaking work? These are dedicated servers, so the matchmaking works. You go into a server and you kill people, and if you don't like the opponents, you change servers.
Best
That's
matchmaking system ever.
our producer says best matchmaking system ever. It's not a matchmaking system. If you go into play, and
Matt, can you
choose,
change the?
if you go into play and choose search, that just basically just looks for servers that are not full. If you have a party, you can actually join in as a party. It will look for a server that you fit into. And if you join as a party, you will stay on the same team, which is a big difference from if you join in as a single person, because then we will switch people in the game, and that also happens when you're playing. The best players will basically be flipped every time a 10-minute game ends. We'll move people over to the different sides so that is as equal as possible on the teams. But that will not happen if you join the game as a team. And that's the little icon in the right corner, which is a character on it. And while they're fixing, I'm gonna have another look at the questions that you guys have. How many people are like kind of joined right now and needs explanation of the game? If you write in the chat, I want a new explanation of the game, I will try to do that. Otherwise, I'll just keep on going and talking about what we're gonna show right now.
And if you go to Starvoid the game.
Oh, I
Yeah.
finally got room in a server now.
You finally got into a server.
Yeah.
Awesome.
An enemy
What is in the cube? It's a question that we got. That is what they use to throw out the units. So there's basically a glorified Pokeball. Look at this. When he throws it out now, he actually throws a little cube out there, and that's the units that teleport into that location.
Yeah,
So
let
it's
me.
actually a location code. They're
I'll zoom
actually
in
not.
and show them.
Yeah, let's show them. Let's go in. Yeah, he throws them out, click, and they goes out. They're actually not in the cube. It's actually a location targeting device for the teleporter. But
It's much cooler.
fun. It's much
Yeah.
funnier to say that it's a Pokeball. Probably can't say that. We'll be sued or something. Let's say it's a Tokeball. Something like that.
Yeah, Tokeball.
Yeah, we're back into the game. We're just out for a little bit to show you some other stuff. Hopefully, it's working for you, so you guys can see what we're doing right now. So we're back into the battle mode. So just a repeat of how the battle mode works. Staffan, could you show where you spawn? So
Yeah.
first, show the spawn point. You spawn in one of the match, and the enemies spawn on the other side. It's quite simple. And then you have points in between that you need to capture, like these one that is Starvoid's extractors, and they beam up Starvoid to the motherships. And what you have to do is first capture the ones closest to your base, and then capture the next one, the one that is blinking right now and owned by an enemy. You need to destroy the enemies first, and then you can capture it by having a commander, only a commander, inside the green area. And you can see behind him that there's a yellow area around this captures thing, and that is because that is invulnerable right now, and that means they need to capture the one on the side. If you go up, Stefan, to the left,
Yep. Wait.
go up
Let's
to
go
the
to kill
left,
someone. Okay.
left, yeah, right there. See, this is yellow. Yellow is friendly. Blue is your team, or is you, things that you control. Yellow is friendly, and red is enemies. So that is controlled by his team, and that means that the enemies need to destroy that and capture that before they can capture the ones closer to his base. And also, something that is really good to know when you fight people or you go in there is that there's a backstabbing system in this game, and also works on tanks. So if you want to destroy tanks with anti-tank, you should try to get behind them and have a rear hit, because that's awesome. Do we have any more really fun questions, or are people getting it?
Yeah, how does the cube system work? Like, what is the technology behind this?
So I got the question: how does the cube system work, and what is the technology behind it?
Magic.
Yeah, if I was a future scientist, I would tell you. No, but seriously, it's actually anti-gravity kind of like material teleportation. Vada vada.
Magic. Magic.
It's magic. Let's say it's magic. It's just easier. No, but it's actually using the Starvoid material, the one that you were sending up to the mothership. That's it's using that to teleport the units down too, but it's just a little bit of it. The big resources actually needed for teleporting the big ships out into the black-blue space. And for you guys who haven't been in before, so you have a commander, the commander is in the middle, commander spawns the units, and if the commander dies, all the units dies as well. This is our launch of the game, and we hope people will like it, and that we will have the possibility to keep developing and balancing and make this a really cool competitive title.
Is this your first game?
So the question we got right now is this your first game as a studio? We're actually built 3 games before. And one is Team Assault, one is Dwarfs that came out on Steam about a year ago. It's a 2D arcade game that actually went pretty well. And one is Pirate Grills, which is I don't even want to talk about it seriously now, but it's a game, puzzle game. Well, let's just leave it at that. Everyone has to start somewhere, and also we've also built a game for the Red Cross that was never released.
This is your first big game.
This is our first big game, and we're really happy to be able to show it, as it's been just an 8-man team has built this. Our studio has grown immensely with 30 people now, but the guys who made this, we're making several games at once. We're also making a game of Dwarves, for example. And some other stuff. They're still secret, but the game that we're showing today was built by 8 people, 2 programmers, from the ground up in 1 year, which is pretty awesome.
We have lost an extract box.
Stefan, tell us what you're doing.
I'm trying to get away from this big guy who's chasing me with a hammer, but I'm not succeeding. So
He's
I'm
trying
trying
to
to
escape, but he's really bad at it,
yeah,
obviously.
I'm trying to
So
find some
you're
friends.
wondering what is happening on screen.
Oh,
Once again, so now we're going to show you the spawning mechanic. Now press
Yep.
space, Stefan.
Product you show.
oh,
And there he is. He's spawned in instantly, and it's awesome because that's how easy it is. But something
Yep.
that if you were wondering who's Luxen, underline CGS, that's actually the lead designer chatting with you guys. If you were wondering. So if you see someone called Laxen, underline said GS, that's the lead designer of the game chatting with you guys. So when he's saying stuff, it's probably true. Don't listen too much to him, because can be kind of like self-obsessed sometimes. I didn't say that, don't lie, did I? But that's really bad. But yeah, he's an amazing designer. He built 970 pages of design document for this game. which is quite a lot. He actually wrote 600 of them in 1 month.
Is there anything in there that's not in the game that is not going to be released?
Is there
No.
anything in...
Design document that is not in the game.
So we had the question, is there anything in the design document that is not in the game? There's definitely stuff that died on the table, but that's for a good thing. It's not all the things we wanted to have in there that we thought was good is in the game, but there are stuff like we had this thing called scrap heaps where you could gather scrap metal, and we just realized the games were just too fast paced for that to even work. No one used it, no one thought it was any point to it, and what we added instead are these things on the side. Can you show those, Stefan, the power-ups? Sometimes
yeah.
now it spawned the power-up in the top corner.
I will try to go and get it.
Yeah, we can go and get the power-up. So in these locations, the yellow dots on the minimap, sometimes it spawns like this. Now it spawned a power-up, and you can run and take it. So that's kind of like a way to get a little bit of extra boost, but it also takes a lot of time. So it might not be the best idea to always run for the power-up. So we're having some more questions. What is the maximum number of controllable units you can control in this game realistically? How big do the armies get? So the pop cap is the orange bar to the left of the character portrait, and
Upkeep.
that gives you an upkeep. So you actually, usually you have your commander in 3 units, but it depends because tanks cost more. So then you might only, if you go for 2 tanks, you will probably only have 2 units plus commander. If you go for cheaper units, you might actually go up to 5 units at once. But it is quite a lot to deal with. So it's actually pretty good. It feels like you just have enough control to be able to do some really good strategy, but still not too much, which I like. Is there's a certain limit to my ability to actually micro in games, and I think this is just about it in general. Because yeah, I'm not Korean and I'm not a professional StarCraft player.
The enemy team has secured an extraction point. Good job.
So
Yeah, as you can see, I'm still struggling here, but
as you can see, he's still trying to get somewhere, and hopefully he'll get there. For all of you guys who've ever played Dawn of War, you will also feel at home with some of the things like targeting a machine gun in a certain way. You hold the right mouse button, I think it is, and then you target it in the direction you want it, and will set up, and it will have a set down time or setback, what you call it, like pack up time. Before you can move again, but it's quite powerful units. They can slow down enemies and give you quite good advantage. So now match was over, 1 team was victorious, and now you will see a countdown, and then we just reset and go play again. So it's up again. You can choose a new contract or just spawn in instantly. And he's back again, and they're back playing. So it's like you can see, it's very fast paced, it's instant respawn, and it's dedicated servers, which we're really proud to bring you. Because I've never seen another RTS with dedicated servers, and that's for sure. That's what I've seen at least, but if anyone knows another one,
The enemy team has secured
please
an
tell me.
extraction point. Your team has secured an
So do we
The
have
enemy
any
team
more
has
interesting
secured an
questions in the
extraction
chat?
point. Good job. We will hurry up your delivery.
Still,
is
people are
capturing
asking
an
about
extraction
bots
point.
and tutorials. So I'm going to answer that again. And
Your team has
at this
secured
moment, there's
an
no
extraction.
bots, there's no tutorials, but this is something we're really looking at adding into the game for people who fear going in online to try the game out versus players.
But there is a type of tutorial, but it's
There is a type of tutorial. The tutorial is a little box that you have seen a few times come up in the right top corner of the window, which tells you how to play the game. So if you go into a server that is empty, you can just read through that and enter through that, and hopefully it will be quite self-explanatory, most of the stuff, if you played any other RTSs, except for the resource bar and throwing out units, I guess. So we have a question. Do they have their own dev studio, by the way? And yeah, we have two studios, one in Stockholm, one in Gotland in Sweden, and we had 30 developers. So yeah, we have our own studio. It's in we got a question, where is the Stockholm studio? It's in Kungsholmen. And our Gotland studio is just outside of Visby, a medieval city in Gotland. Yeah, so there we have about 24 developers, and then we have the rest up in Stockholm. Yeah, so but there are not 30 developers on this team. On this game. I just want to point that out. It's just about 8. The big we actually do more games. We do a game of dwarves, and we also do some secret stuff that is not yet announced. So that's what the other 30 are, or the other 22 are developing on right now.
20 plus.
And we also did, or I did, the CEO of the studio, the founder, I did dwarves. And that's kind of what set everything up, because when I had released dwarves on Steam, when I released Dwarfs on Steam, which with Tripwire Interactive, I got an email from Fredrik Wester, whose living room we're sitting in right now, and I saw that I just read the time frame for that email, and it said 15 minutes ago, and I was just about to read it. I'd read the first line, "Hi, Robin." And then my mobile phone called, so I stopped reading, and then it's a number I don't know. It's just like, "Hello, this is Fredrik Wester from Paradox. Have you got my email?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got an email 15 minutes ago, and I'm just about to read it." And he's like, "I'm playing Dwarves, and it's a really amazing game. I want you guys to come up now to Stockholm to meet us." Basically, or he didn't say that because he didn't know we weren't in Stockholm. So he said, "You need to come in now." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, but it's quite far to go there now." But he said, "Yeah, but can you come in to basically in 1 day, 2 days?" And I was like, "Yeah, we can do that." So I traveled up to Stockholm, and there I got to meet Shams, the corporate paladin, and Fredrik Wester, the CEO of Paradox, and they were like, "We want you to build 3D-dimensional dwarves in multiplayer." and that is a game of dwarves. It did not have multiplayer in the end, so I don't know where that turned out, but we did say, "But yeah, we can do that, but we want to do this game too." And that's where we pitched Starvoid. We said, "This is a really cool idea we have. We really want to make that, so can we do both?" And they were like, "Yeah, that's actually a really cool idea. Let's do both." And that's how this game came to be. And so we're quite a young studio. We're quite fresh, and hopefully we'll make it through and be able to deliver more on these cool ideas that we have, and be able to fix stuff and make more of this concept that we built. So right now, Stefan is in the middle of the fighting. Stefan, do you want to take over for a while I'm reading comments, just telling them what you're not trying to achieve?
Sure. Right now I'm invisible, so that's why we're able to run past all of those enemies. And this looks like a grim fight. We're done with the enemies controlling 4 research points, and we are just controlling 2. So as you can see, the point meters ticks up in different pace, and yeah, basically the side with the most points get the most points. So
We have lost an extract.
yeah, thank you. I'm trying to play as well as talking, so, and I'm sitting in an uncomfortable position. Do you find any questions, Robin? No. Oh, the question was, are you guys German? No, we're Swedish.
We're very Swedish.
But that's kind of German, so yeah.
Sadia, I love Germany, but we're not Germans. I only read a little bit German.
You're from Gotland, so you're basically Finnish.
Basically
No.
Finnish. Oh God, that's what the
That's
Hollanders
Åland.
talk about, Colin. I'm actually basically Finnish anyway, because I'm partly Finnish, but that's another story. And part of the Italian. I'm just such a mix.
Your team has secured an extraction. The enemy
Look, I'm
team
just a
has
mix.
secured an
I'm
extraction.
And yeah, I have some
the way
German
you
blood.
do it. But I'm also 50% Swedish, so it's okay. 15% Finnish and 15% Italian.
Good job. We will hurry up your demand.
And we're back again into the game. And for all of you guys who don't know what it is, this is Starvoid. It's a game released by Paradox. The game studio that's made it is Seal Game Studios. It is out on Steam today. You can get it also on Amazon, Gamersgate, and a lot of other stuff. If you go into starvoidgame.com, I think we can post it in the chat. You can find all the other outlets that you can buy it in. And also, so what this game is about is dedicated servers, jump in and jump out play, and instant respawn in an RTS. So that's the unique and fresh take on the RTS genre. Much in the way it basic plays, and that you can spawn out units instantly, and there's no base building. It focuses on the battles and not really about the basic mechanics of the game, which is very much like an RTS that you would come to expect of an RTS game. It is units who kill tanks better, and there's units with abilities like stuns and like slow, and there's heavy units and small units, and there are units who can go stealth, and there are units who can take a lot of damage, and there's units who don't take any damage at all. And there's units that do support and all those kind of stuff. And you have artillery, and you have tanks, and you have robots, and you have cowboys. Did I say cowboys? Yes, I said cowboys. So it's actually inspired by a really cool sci-fi series that we love called Firefly. And we really love it, and we really thought that we wanted to make a game about space cowboys, and so it's about space cowboys. That's why you have revolvers and stuff.
Do you personally do any voice work?
So we get the questions, did I do any voice work? Yes, I did. I'm actually 2 characters in the game, and one is Cleburne.
Cleaver?
Yeah, I am Cleburne. And Grace is the producer of the game, Ilva. And Alberto is the lead designer for one of the lead designers for A Game of Dwarfs is you know, the big guy. He did that voice. It's really funny. You should listen to it. And then he also, I think he did another voice too. And then I'm also one of the DLC characters, going a voice like this.
Hello, my name is Darkness.
Or something like that. It's really creepy.
So
Your
nothing's
team
different,
has
basically.
No,
secured
nothing's
an
creepy.
extraction.
I'm always creepy. That's what the producer's telling me.
Unless you're Rasmus.
So yeah, it's really hard to say her name or the producer's name because it's Ylva in Swedish, and it's not really an English name.
Yeah.
All forces move up. Secure all extractions.
So
Yeah.
which of the units did he do? Who?
Mm?
Firefly is the bomb. I agree to the chat. Firefly is an amazing series. I don't know why they're not giving us more
An enemy is capturing an extraction
right now,
point.
this instant. But at least we got to make this
Your
game
team
with
has
Space
secured
Cowboys,
an
so
extraction.
that's cool.
The
And
enemy
hopefully
team
we'll
has
be able to
secured
expand
an
the universe and tell you more about their stories and what they do.
An enemy is
So
capturing an extraction
now,
point.
guys, we're wrapping it up. We're finishing the stream, but we're going to show you at the end of the stream the
The enemy
Insomnia
team
46
has secured an extraction point.
live
An enemy is capturing an
talk
extraction point.
that
Your
we
team has
that I
secured
did
an
and
extraction.
Stefan did, where we talk
The
about
enemy
game
team has
development,
secured an
and
extraction.
it's really cool. So you should have a look at it if you're interested in getting into game development, because we talk a lot about what it's about, how to get into game development, and so it's 1 hour long, so it's quite long, but it tells you a lot of stuff about artists, being a programmer, and all that kind of cool stuff. So have a look at that. I hope you like the stream. Thank you very much for watching, and that's it
thank
for
you
us.
as well.
See you
I really
online. We're
appreciate
all
it.
developers online this evening. Take care.
And thanks a lot for joining me on this empty server, so I could
Awesome,
actually
guys.
get
I
owned.
love it. And hopefully you will do too.